Hi everyone. So today let us see one of the assignments that I had built for a founder office role, I think. So the prompt was that we had to build a slide or a deck on this statement to find a suitable industrial site for lithium ion battery recycling plant in India. And same was for an international location. But this deck is for finding a site for in India. And this is the agenda how I described what is the problem statement and context setup, how does recycling works for a lithium ion battery, and what is the assumptions that I am making, and what could be the most suitable industrial estate in India. And then I introduced a framework MCDA for calculating the exact place and criteria selection, and what was the result I found. And the next and last slide would be the references through which I gather data and information. So if you think about the company, the Metastable Materials, it is a startup based out of Bangalore, and they have a plant. They recycle the lithium-ion battery, and they have a special or a new technology that they have been using for recycling the lithium-ion battery. And they also provide a end-to-end waste management services for lithium-ion battery, because the um, formation of the battery when the recycling happens, the key elements or the that are found in the battery, these are rare earth metals, and they have a various use cases in multiple industry, in pharma industry, in telecom industry, and the multiple food industry. So they it acts as a supply chain for those industries. So they are looking to set up a recycling plant or a industrial estate, in India. So we had to define the most suitable and place for this. So this is a brief about how this recycling work occurs. So you see there is a life cycle or a period where the battery is dead or the end of its life. Now it's good under the shredding process. Now what is this shredding process? Shredding process is similar to what you have seen in many offices where how a document is shredded. Shredded means it is cut into multiple small pieces. You see this is a symbol of two wheels which has a pointed arrow to it, and when the material passes through it, it gets into cuts into multiple small pieces. Now there is electrolyte recovery. Now what does that electrolyte recovery means? There is a solution of uh, element, and that gets absorbed or attracted into it, and that there is a cathode and anode metal separation, and again that moves into the carbon black and PFT removal. There is a re-lithiation and upcycling. Now there is a battery manufacturing. It can again go to the, we can build a manufacturing again, because you see the element does not die, or element is something which cannot, which can be recycled. Life is can be restored, something like that. Cathode anode is a positive negative metal separation. Is, we read in school classes. And there is a black and PBDF removal. There is a re-radiation, lithium element is introduced. Of the many energy storage systems, batteries are most used in EVs. So the most used case for the lithium ion is the electric vehicles. And why it is so popular is the low carbon footprint. It is a high energy density and a wide temperature operationality. This it means that it is able to operate in a low to high. The gap is wider. Life cycle can be recycled. It is a high cell voltage, low self discharge. So these are the advantages of a lithium ion battery. So what are the assumptions that I have made? So these are assumptions for guiding our decision making progress. How we move on in the multiple next stages to find out the suitable industrial site. So assumption that we are making as a um, company trying to find the industrial site is that there is going to be a continuous uses in the lithium ion battery, and there is going to be increased use cases for this particular solution as we get more and more people to switch to the electrical vehicle side. And supply chain proximity, the more near are we to the lithium ion manufacturers, since we are not the manufacturing, so we supply those to the battery manufacturers. So the more proximity distance is the less transportation cost is uh, there, and we can supply more easily. And there will be continuous technological innovation in a sustainable way of this recycling process. And again, the assumption is that uh, regarding the regulatory and government compliance related, that there will be more established guidelines across industrial, that how this recycling has to be occur and what are the process and ways that can be applied to it. And next I have chosen this state to be the Tamil Nadu. And why I had chosen is these are the regions. It has a state with the most factories, and this is the some of the clusters of industrial site in Tamil Nadu. The different industrial cluster. These are based on the particular goods they produce. It may be vehicle manufacturing or the uh, textile manufacturing, depending on the goods they produce. So it is the electronics hardware manufacturing policy. They had introduced the electronic hardware. So it accounts for the 15.7% of all factories in India. Gujarat comes at the second. Maharashtra is the third. And it is a 50 special economic zones. So low Gini index. Low Gini index means it is low in the human development, that people who are more educated, people with a more industrial skills knowledge. So that is why I had chosen the Tamil Nadu. Now in Tamil Nadu, we had to find a particular place that where we would be opening that. Now this is the framework that I had chosen to a bit of do a research why would come. Now, what does MCDA means is a multi-criteria decision analysis. When there are multiple criteria to come to a final calculation or decide, so we choose this MCDA approach. How it is done? We define objective, we identify the alternatives, we assign a score based on the different alternatives or performance of those. We aggregate and give a ranking, and here it is described what actually it is and why we have chosen this. It is a decision making tool, a simple decision making tool where various criteria are there. And since why we have chosen this, since this is a strategic decision making where multiple factors like economic, political, financial, that is involved in it. So it requires the MCDA approach. So this is the actually a link to a Google Sheet. I can link to it where I've taken all different alternative different in the uh, Tamil Nadu state that you have chosen. There are different industrial clusters or the economic zones that I have told. Now, in those economic zones, we have chosen four: Peramuddur, Oranganagam, Mahindra, and Ranipet Industrial Companies. Now, based on different criteria like ability and cost of raw materials, quality workforce, construction land, the proximity to urban center and transportation, political interference, communication transport, incentive at local and national scale. Now, at the scale of I think five, we assigned a score, and total these are the score that can the rank that has come. This is the link to Google Sheet where all this calculation was done. Now the three industrial sites that came are Sri Peramudu, Organgadam, Orgadam, and Mahindra World City. Major auto manufacturing, well-developed industrial ecosystem. There is a government support for it. And this is the, I think, chart that I had built of choosing availability, proximity, economic incentive for the sector, and the political incentive. Availability means that raw materials, workforce, you need a quality workforce to work on in the plant, and transport and communication infrastructure. And these are the references that I had used for preparing this presentation. So that would be all. I had also prepared a similar presentation for the internet, choosing an international slide site for lithium ion battery. But the framework that I had followed was quite similar to how I have uh, done in this national site. Okay, in the next video, I will be taking on a different challenge and thinking about the product solution. Thank you.